Supremacies. So today I will be showing you a quick demo of application I'll be working on in a couple of months now. So basically this application, the name of this application is African Market. And what is this application all about? This application is basically all about, you know, it's a way that help people to be able to reach out to their customers. If you have anything you're selling, if you're a business person, if you're a graphic designer, if you do animation, if you're a photograph, any kind of thing you sell, this application will be able to help you to reach out to your customers, and people can come to this app as well to register and then get to chat up with you, get to know you about your business and all of those stuff. Then from there, if they have anything they can gain from you, they will let you know and they can pick you up. So from there, you can sell yourself to a lot of people. So basically, the name of this application, like I said, is called African Market. So I've been working on this application for a couple of months now, and I'm not done with it yet. It's still on development, but I just want to quickly do a short demo to show you this application. And if you are out there, you have any contribution that you feel that we can add to this application to solve African problem, to be able to help humanity, please just do. And I'm going to drop my number and my GitHub link so that you can communicate with me and we can think together and how we can solve this issue. So here, first of all, let me show you. This is my client and this is my server. Let me open up my server, and then so let me open up my SRC controller. This is my controller, middleware, and this is my route, and I have my util. So open up. Okay, I'll come to my client. So let me go to my app.js. So before I start, the technology I'm using for this application is React and Node, and I'm using JavaScript. I'm not using TypeScript. So there's no reason why I don't want to use TypeScript. I know how to use TypeScript. In fact, I love TypeScript more than JavaScript because TypeScript can easily tell me if I'm writing any mistake. TypeScript will easily notify me that, oh, this thing I'm writing is error. You understand? But JavaScript won't do that. But I just decided to use JavaScript for this application. So you can see here are all my routes. So let me just walk you around. Here are all my routes. So you can see my routes, especially moving from the message route, the authentication route, the conversation route, and all of that. So I'm importing all the routes here in my app.js, and I'm using it down here. This is where I'm using it. You can see API/auth, then login or register, API/user, then the username of the person and all of that. So here you can see I'm using core body parser and cookie parser. So this is where this is my app function, and this is my .env configure. This is my mongoose. I set it to, sorry guys, I set it to a strict query which is going to be true. And here this is the mongoose, and you can see I'm using mongoose. This is where I connected to my MongoDB. So I'm going to show you my database, and here is it and all of that. So although I just decided to also use MongoDB on this application because I'm still working on it. It's still on development. Basically, I love Postgres so much. Postgres is my best database because not just because it's a relational database, but because I love every relational database. Because as much as I can use them, I love them. Understand? I also love non-relational, but I prefer relational database mostly because I want to be able to see all my tables, column, and all of that being arranged properly for me and all of the stuff. So here is my core. You can see my core. I'm also using core here. So I set the credential to be true, and this is my JSON as well, app.use and cookie parser. So like I said, these are all my routes imported them. So basically all those routes, they are coming from where? They are coming from my router, which is here. So and this is my error handling. This is just the function my error handling, but although I created this in a separate file, I don't want a messy code. I don't want my code to be messed up and all of this stuff. So this is where my app is running. It's running on localhost 800. So I'm going to start this app to see if this app is running properly. So if I do yarn start, sorry, if I do yarn start, sorry guys, exactly, you can see it's saying that server listening on port 800, and we are connected to MongoDB. Like I said, this application is already connected to me. I've connected to my MongoDB. So if you come here, okay, you can see here, this is my MongoDB. I have MongoDB installed on my system. I'm using it directly. So I'm not using from the browser. And if I come to this place, can you see this here? Okay, this is my MongoDB. So you can see this is it test. This is my own. This is my gig, and this is my user account. There's nothing in there yet because I've not hit any routes yet. So yeah, basically this is it. So moving back to my code. So let me take you to my schema. So let me take it to my schema. So basically, what is schema, which is the model? So basically, what is schema? Schema is basically the road site, the road map of your application. So there is no application out there that doesn't have schema, because that schema determines what the application can do and what the application cannot do. So yeah, if you see on my schema, you can see on my conversation, I have, you can see the ID, the seller ID, the buyer ID, the read by the seller, which means that you are sending message, you as a buyer, if you send message to the seller, and if the seller can easily, you can easily get a mark that say, okay, this seller have what read your message. And the same thing with the buyer, and you guys can also see your last message. You know how WhatsApp work now. Your last message on WhatsApp, you can see, and you see, say, oh, it's 8:30, it's something minute ago. So this is it basically. Yes. So these are all my models. Okay, the raw side of the application, how this application is going to look, and what the kind of functionality is going to have, and all of those stuff. So I also have my user model as well, which is also requiring for the username, your email, your password, image of you, your country, where you're from, okay, and your phone number. Then it's asking for your description. Then if are you a seller or you're not. So this is it. So this is basically all my model. So you can see here I have my DWT. So what did I put here in my DWT? I put this DWT. What's DWT used for? DWT is basically for the web token, okay, to verify user if the user has been registered or he has not been registered, blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. But not, it can't be used for that only. It can be used for many other things. If you want to verify something and all of those stuff, you also verify. Let's say, for example, you as a user, you post something on your page, and you know you that posted it, someone else can just come from somewhere and come and delete that post. If in that kind of scenario you are not using verifying token and all of those things, that person can delete your stuff. Meanwhile, it's not that person that posted, so it's very wrong. And if any website has issue like this, I don't think people love to use that website, because they are not safe. Whenever they post something, it's being deleted and they are not the one deleting it. So people will get complaints. So we use verify token for all of these things, okay, to verify if you are the owner of it or if you are not the owner of it and all of that. So you can see my error handling here. So like I say, I don't really like messy code. I like arranging my code. I can basically just create this in my app.js, but I say, no, let me put it in my Unity file. So if you go to my Unity file, you're going to see it. So I basically put this verify token in my middleware and all of that. So if you come to my Unity, you're going to see where I created the error handling. This is what will basically be handling on my error and all of that stuff. So the same thing for all of them. I have their model, and sorry, yes, I have the rest to their model and all of that stuff. So moving on to my controller, let me show you what I have my controller. This is my authentication, was where my user is being verified. So here you can see my register, and now you can see, okay, you can see I'm also using Bscript here. The reason I'm using Bscript is because I'm using Bscript so that it can hash the user password. Even I myself, if I go to my database, I won't be able to know the kind of number this user is imputing as a password. And so it's going to hash it to a random number that is very large that nobody else can know except that user that input that password. So this is it. I'm still going to implement forget password and all of this stuff, but for now, this is what I'll be working on so far. This is for the register, and this is for the login, and here is for the logout as well. So the same thing I'm going to implement on conversation. I don't have anything here. So for my gig as well, you can see I have this here as well. Sorry guys for that. So for my user as well, I also have it. So basically that's all. You can see some are empty because I'm not yet done. I'm still working on it, and this has been in development now for a couple of months. So I'm still working on it. Okay, let's move on to my front end. Let me see what we got. Okay, here is my front end. So Let me open my SRC, and here are each of my components in my front end. So this is so massive, bro. Yeah, it's so massive. I'll be working on this now, not yesterday, not the before yesterday. So moving on to my front end, let me just show you guys what my front end look like. So coming here and let me just say, although I'm using Byte, it's React, but I'm using Byte. So let me say npm run to run dev. So if I hit enter and all of this stuff, let's see. Let's copy this URL and paste it on our browser to see what's going to give us. And let's hit enter. Let's wait for it to load. Okay, yeah, so this is what our front end look like. Like I said, it's African market. I told you we are a graphic designer, web animation, so video animation and writing, translation, and so on and so forth. This is useful for you no matter what you're doing. Even if it's a lifestyle, you want to come here and show yourself and all of that. So this is basically what our web application look like. This is basically what our front end looks like and all of that. So here in our, let me show you my login here. I've actually worked on my login, so I'm not done yet. So this is it, and I'm also using Cloudinary. Basically, Cloudinary is for like when you want to you can use different, you can use Google Drive and all of that. Anyone you are comfortable using, but I decided to use Cloudinary because I want to whereby if the user imports that image, it should be stored in those Cloudinary for the user and all of that, even if it is video. So here you can see where I'm handling change. Okay, here is my UI and basically all of that. So here are other components. It's very much. I'm still working on it. So basically, the reason why I'm doing this demo is for if there's anyone out there who feel like supporting this application, you want us to build this application to the standard, because I'm not going to just build it and just leave it there. I'm also going to host it on AWS. I'm going to do that myself. I've worked with AWS before, so I'm going to host it on AWS and I'm going to put it out there to be live so that everybody can access it and it can make life easy for people who really wants to use this platform and all of that. So here you can see this is just my login and all of that I've been working on. So yeah, basically this is all. So this application is still going, I'm still developing it. I'm not done yet. Like I said, I'm working on it for a couple of months. So if you have any contribution, if you want to add to it, I'm going to drop my number and I'm going to drop the link to my GitHub below on this, so you can message me and we can get to talk and know how we can work on this together to make this application live, and it can also make life easier for African people, not just African, to the whole world. So thank you guys for watching. I really love you guys so much. Bye.